I used to be so angry at the people who I felt took my patience, good grace, my personality, and tried to bury it because they couldn't understand me. I used to be upset at the people who could not see me at the level of intimacy that I had to offer others. I used to be angry at them. Maybe not because I took it personal, because I understood them. I understood the perspective of life, the approach that they walked in. I understood them. But I couldn't help but be angry at why. I I can see you for who you are, but you see me and you choose to reject me because you reject yourself, if that makes sense. I was just upset that I was always a target of projection. Now listen to the keywords that I'm using: a target, not a victim. I am not a victim, a target of projection. But after some thoughts, months of healing, even though I thought I was healed, but these thoughts keep reoccurring to me. Months of scenarios replaying in my head. Months of empowerment to myself, understanding. Months. And I don't think I'll ever get to a point where I say I am healed from people. I think that I'll just keep living, keep understanding why. Maybe approach it in a I feel bad for you perspective, or approach it in a thank you for these lessons that you've taught me perspective. Either way, every day I think differently. I don't think there will be a set day where I will be like, I'm upset that we crossed paths, or I'm grateful we crossed paths, because that's life. Things change, thoughts change, it happens. But I am at a point right now where I understand. I was angry at you, but now I'm glad that I was there for you. I'm glad I got to see who you surround yourself around to make yourself feel better about this lie, this wall of pride that you've built yourself around. I'm glad that I learned that lesson for myself. I'm glad you got to see me as much as I got to see you. And I'm not saying this from a superiority complex. We are both human. I'm saying this from a perspective of, you saw something in me that you tried to dim, and I did not care if you liked me or not. You thought that at some point I would seek your validation, and it never happened, so you were attacked. That's what happened. I'm not blind to it anymore. It's what happened. There's no victim in this situation. We are just two people learning from each other. And I'm glad to be this mirror that stood in front of you and made you realize who you were, not who you hide in a mirror and tell yourself, oh, I'm great, I'm better than everybody I hang around. That's why I hang around them. Because I'm better than them. I don't have to grow if I hang out with people who are doing less than me. You don't have to create this false facade that you choose to live in day by day. For a glimpse second in my moments of not realizing that this era, meeting you, was over with, for those weeks, days, or months, you got to see yourself, and I got to see myself. You got to see that you meet somebody who is genuine. Let's just leave it at that. Genuine. And you understand that there is a big piece of you that is not genuine. And even if it was not personal, you would attack that part of you that wasn't genuine. If I was not there and you had an embodiment of yourself that wasn't this insecure, jealous, envious part, that part was snapped out and it was just the genuine part of you. If that person, if you came up to you, the whole you, if you came up to you, you would treat you the same way you're treating me. It's not personal because you do not know me. You do not know me. You don't know what I stand for. You don't know what makes me laugh, cry. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know me for it to ever be personal. It can never be personal. We can never be enemies. So it's just projection, left and right. I'm glad that even for those slight weeks, months, days, that I could show you how beautiful you were, even if you were faking it. Even if you put on a fake face around me, you were kind, but maybe you aren't really kind. You were considerate, but maybe you go behind my back and you laugh. But whoever you faked in front of me is who you think I would like. And that person was beautiful. They were. They were kind. They were considerate. And I did not see the flaws in you. I saw just a whole bunch of beauty. Regardless, boy or girl, regardless, I saw a whole bunch of beauty. And that is why I was around you for so long. You were beautiful. But then, that wasn't really you, was it? And that's okay. I saw a part of me too who, as you were this fake person, you slowly became who you actually were. And I didn't pack my bags and leave the second because for some reason I thought I was tripping. I thought I was going crazy. Like, what? How does somebody do that? Why? That was my thought the whole time. Every time there would be a face that changed, I would just think, why? What is the point in this? Until one day I got fed up and I left. And you know, it's a whole thing when you leave. You know, rumors, name gets dragged against the mud. I did this, I'm that. Instead of us facing ourselves. It's incredible. But yeah, I'm glad I was there. I'm glad we met each other. It was a beautiful thing till it wasn't.